Good day everyone, I'm Angel Baltazar. We're here to discuss the Chapter 6, Managing Food and Beverage Pricing. Menu factors, menus, standard, daily, or cycle. Menu types, smaller menu segments clip onto the more permanent menus. The standards menu is fixed day after day. The daily menu changes every day. A cycle menu is a menu is effect for a specific time period. The length of the cycle refers to the length of time the menu is in effect. Daily or weekly menu specials provide variety, low-cost raw ingredients, carryover, utilization, or test market potential for new menu items. Sample cycle menu rotation. Day 1 to 7, Cycle A, 8 to 14, Cycle B, 15 to 21, Cycle C, 22 to 28, Cycle D, 29 to 35, Cycle A, 36 to 42, Cycle B, 43 to 49, Cycle C, 50 to 56, Cycle D, 57 to 63, Cycle A. In this video, I'll show you how to compute the total revenue. The formula is price times number sold equals to total revenue. For example, if you are selling a bag and it costs 200 pesos each and you have sold 20 pieces of the bag, now you can calculate your total income by multiplying the price of the bag and the number sold bag. The price is 200 times the number sold bag, 20. 200 times 20 is equal to 4,000. So it means the total revenue is 4,000. As price increases, the number of items sold will generally decreases. It happens because buyers have finite resources. Their spending on a given product or commodity is limited as well. So higher prices reduces the quantity demanded.
Good day everyone, I'm here to discuss about the factors affecting menu pricing. So the first is local competition. Local competition is if one business tries to force other businesses to close down by setting its prices extremely low or putting on offers that other businesses can't compete with. The second factor is service levels. Service level is the metrics by which a particular service is measured. Service level is mostly used in the service-based industries. Service level provides the expectation of quality and service type and also remedies when requirements are not met. The third factor is guest type or price sensitivity. Guest type based pricing is similar to segment based where you charge higher prices to different types of guests. In this type of price structure, guests can be categorized based on different factors such as their preferences, the purpose of visit, age, class, location, or occupation. The next factor is product quality. Product quality is the collection of all features and characteristics of a product that contribute to its ability to meet the customer's needs and requirements. It's the ability of the product to fulfill what the end user wants and perceive as value. Portion size. Portion sizes, this is the sizes of which product is offered and immediately consumed and consumer units. Next is ambience. Ambience is a feeling or a mood associated with a particular place of the business place. Next is meal period. Meal period is the period of time as defined in during which the employee is scheduled to have a meal and during which it expected that no work shall be performed on behalf of the employer. Next is location. Location is the physical space where your business exists. What realtors say about residential real estate. It also applies to all small businesses. Sales mix. Sales mix is all about understanding the profit margin, which is the percentage of product's profit divided by its sales price. You can compare the profit margins of multiple products to understand your sales mix. Also, sales mix refers to the specific menu item selected by guests. Sales mix will most heavily influence the menu pricing decisions. And lastly, price blending. Price blending refers to the process of pricing products with every different individual cost percentages in groups with the intent of achieving a favorable overall cost situation. And that's all. Thank you.
Good day, I'm Carly Bertolbes, HM2D. Now I'll discuss the assigning menu prices, product, percentage cost, and contribution margin. The formula is cost of food sold over the food sales and equals to the food cost percentage. In this video, I will show you how to compute the food cost percentage. Food cost percentage. Formula. Cost of food sold over food sale equals the food cost percentage. Example, magsisell tayo kunyari ng cheeseburger. Tapos, ang nagastos natin dito, yung cost of food sold natin ay naka 150 pesos tayo. Then, ang food sale natin ay sabihin natin na ibebenta natin ang cheeseburger natin ng 250 pesos. Equals natin 150 divided by 250 equals 0.6. 0.6. Tapos ito naman para makuha natin yung percentage natin. Yung 0.6 i-multiply natin sa may 100. 0.6 tapos multiply natin sa 100 equals wait lang 0.06 pala multiply 100 and ang magiging natin ng food cost percentage natin ay 6%.
Pricing factor. A cost factor or multiplier can be assigned to each desired food cost percentage as follows. Para po makuha yung pricing factor, ang formula na gagamitin natin ay 1.00 divide desired product cost is equal to pricing factor. The pricing factors when multiplied by any product will yield a selling price that is based on the product cost. The formula is as follows. Para po makuha yung menu price, ang gagamitin po nating formula ay pricing factors times product cost is equal to menu price.
Good day everyone, I am Alele Jane Vallejo and I am here to discuss the contribution margin. Contribution margin was defined as the amount that remains after the product cost of the menu item is subtracted from the item's selling price. So, nakakatulong yung contribution margin para ma-determine kung paano na-influence or naapektuhan yung sales, variable cost, and fixed cost sa operating profit. It gives business owners a way of assessing how various sales levels will affect profitability. So, paano ba computin yung contribution margin? Here's the formula. Selling price minus product cost is equal to contribution margin. So, for example, yung product mo is bag. Yung product cost ng bag is 150 and yung selling price na pwede is around 200 or higher pa. So, 200 which can give a contribution margin na 50. Kasi nga, 'di ba, selling price minus product cost is equal to contribution margin. So, yung selling price mo na bag is 200 minus product cost na 150 is equal to contribution na 50. So, next naman is kapag nagamit mo na yung approach na yon or yung formula na yon, yung selling price minus product cost is equal to contribution margin. Para naman ma-determine or kung paano makuha yung selling price na to, or kung paano makuha yung selling price is, ito naman yung formula. Product cost plus contribution margin desired equal to selling price. So, madali lang, gaya lang siya nung in-example ko kanina. Ang gagawin naman dito is product cost, which is yung 150 plus yung contribution margin desired na 50 is equal to selling price na 200. So, sa pag-set ng price, you must make sure that the price and sales levels na sinet mo will allow your businesses to be profitable. Hindi siya palugi. Kaya nga, pinakamahalaga dito is yung pag-set mo ng selling price kasi ito yung magko-cover ng mga cost o yung mga nagastos mo para sa product and other expenses. So, it is good to have a high contribution margin ratio as the higher the ratio, the more money per product sold is available to cover all of the other expenses. Yun.
Special pricing situations refer to circumstances in which a company offers pricing that is different from its standard pricing. These special prices may be offered for a variety of reasons, such as to stimulate demand, increase sales, or to clear out inventory. Value pricing is a pricing strategy that focuses on setting prices based on the perceived value of a product or service to the customers rather than on the cost of producing it. It involves determining the optimal price for a product or service based on how much the customer is willing to pay for it, taking into account factors such as quality, features, benefits, and convenience. In value pricing, the goal is to offer a product or service that is perceived to be of high value to the customers while also maximizing profitability for the company. Bundling is a pricing strategy in which companies offer two or more products or services together as a package deal at a lower price than if they were purchased separately. The goal of bundling is to encourage customers to buy more than they would if the products or services were sold separately. Bundling can benefit both the company and the customers. For the company, bundling can increase sales, reduce inventory, and improve profit margins. For the customers, bundling can offer convenience, cost savings, and the ability to try new products or services that they may not have considered purchasing on their own. The secret to keeping selling price low for a salad bar or buffet is to apply the ABC method. A. Items should comprise more than 20% of the total product available. B. Items no more than 30%, and C. Items 50%. Total buffet products cost. Guest served is equal to product cost per guest. The total buffet cost is the overall cost incurred in the producing in a particular dish or menu item in a buffet. It takes into account the cost all of the ingredients, labor, and overhead expense involved in preparing the dish, as well as any direct expenses such as packaging, transport, or marketing costs. To calculate the total buffet product cost, one needs to add up all the costs associated with the producing dish, including the cost of ingredients, labor, including wages, salaries, and benefits, and overhead expenses such as rents, utilities, and insurance. Once the total cost is calculated, a markup can be added to determine the price to be charged for the dish in the buffet. However, the price should also consider factors such as competition, customer demand, and the desired profit margin for the business.
Good day, I am Aloha Jamonon, and now we are gonna talk about bottled wine and how you decide to price the bottled wine offerings on your menu will definitely affect your guest perception of the price-value relationship offered by your operation. It means that the first thing that you will need to do is develop an overall pricing strategy. This is determined by the reputation and brand image of your restaurant. For example, you may want to charge a higher price, but by doing so, you might be losing some of your core client. Next, the price spread is defined as the range between the lowest and highest. It means that before you begin designing your menu, you've got to determine menu pricing for each item. To do this means calculating food percentage down to the very last. And last, try to reduce the price spread. It means that as product increase, fixed costs are spread over more units of production, reducing the cost per unit in addition to just covering costs. Next, beverages at receptions and parties. First, pricing beverages for open bar events can be difficult since each customer group can be expected to behave somewhat differently when attending an open bar or hosted bar function. While still paid for by the host, the total of the beverages bill for consumption bars will be unknown until after the event and beverage inventory is taken. Moving on to sales histories can calculate average consumption. For example, you can calculate average sales per month by taking the value of sales over a year and dividing by 12 the number of months in the year. Lastly, then use the formula. The formula is product cost plus contribution margin, desired equals selling price. The contribution margin pricing method sets the price of a menu item by adding the desired profit per customer to the average price of the total cost per customer. That's all. Thank you.
In this chapter, we learned about the menu formats you most often encounter as a hospitality manager, as well as the factors affecting menu prices and the procedures used to assign individual menu item prices based on cost and sales data. The mathematical computation required to evaluate the effectiveness of individual menu items and to establish their prices can be complex, but there are a wide range of software products available that can help you. The number one is develop menus and cost recipes. Siyempre, when we develop menus, the primary reason is helps you know how much food cost is incurred to prepare a dish. Number two is design and print menu specials for meals period of happy hours. Kailangan din natin mag-design or print ng mga menu in a specific meal like combo meal, a la carte, etc. Number three is compute and analyze item contribution margin. To compute contribution margin naman is the formula R, contribution margin is equals to net sales revenue minus variable cost. The second one is contribution margin is equals to fixed cost plus net income. Number 4 is compute and analyze item and overall food cost percentage. Food cost is the ratio of restaurants' cost of ingredients and the revenue that those ingredients generate when the menu items are sold. To compute the food cost percentage, the formula is food cost percentage is equals to portion cost divided by selling price. Number 5 is price banquet menus and bars based on product cost. Ang pagkakaiba yung price, yung banquet menus, iba lang yung service. Number 6 is evaluate the probability of individual menu items. Once you've determined an item cost and price, evaluate a menu item's profitability based on the contribution margin. Number 7 is estimate future item demand based on past purchase items. And yung demand forecasting naman is a technique that is used for the estimation of what can be demand for the upcoming product or services in the future. It is based upon the real-time analysis of demand there which was there in the past for the particular product or service in the market present today. The last one is assign individual menu item prices based on management supplied parameters. The most important factor for supply is price of the product. If a product price increases, the supply the supply of the product will also increase. And I thank you.